All right, everybody, we are here. It is time. It is time for the biggest list of the end year list. Probably not the longest because that best albums of the year video was a lot longer than I thought it would be. But we're here. We are at the top 100 best songs of 2022. Before we get into this, I would also like to say you guys can go check out, I'm not going to put links in the description, but you guys can go on the channel and go check out my honorable mentions video and my best albums of 2022. Both just came out the past couple of days as we're going through end year lists. Next, we're going to do the top 10 worst albums of the year, and then we're going to finish off with the top 10 worst songs of the year. However, before we're going to do a list of 100 songs, there were plenty of songs that I loved this year that weren't quite up to level to be on this list. And as I do every year, the list of honorable mentions is probably longer than the list of albums that actually made it. So if you guys want to go check out, I'm going to flash it up on the screen right now, but it's also going to be in the description, the list of every single song that I thought was amazing and great, just not amazing and great enough to be in the top 100. So you can go check out in the comment section, and it's going to appear on the screen right now. So you guys can take a look at that, pause your screen, whatnot. I'd recommend just going to the description. It's probably much easier to go through. But yeah, anyway, here we go. 100 songs. Goddamn. Okay, it's gonna be a long one, but I'll probably go pretty quickly through the first like 50. Then I'll kind of get more into depth as I go on, and then when we hit the top 10, we're gonna discuss each song a lot heavier. All right. Number 100, we're going to start with a song by Earl Sweatshirt, Visions, off of his Sick record, featuring Arm & Hammer. I love the beat on this record, and I love the way that Earl and Arm & Hammer work together. It's a great song. 99, we got PG Baby by Redfield. I love the evolution I've watched of Redfield over the past couple of years, and PG Baby is honestly my favorite track he's ever done. It is such a great song with a great sample, great rapping, great production across the board. It's a great song. Also a great Denzel Curry remix on this one. 98, we got Till My Last Breath by Nas. Great song with a really loud, booming trumpet beat, catchy hook, great bars. Nas coming back in with another great song off of King's Disease 3. 97, we got Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Robert Glasper, a great cover of a classic song featuring a great verse from Common. It's just a beautiful R&B kind of version of the Tears for Fears track. We're actually going to talk about the Tears for Fears song on the worst songs of the year, though. 96, I got Red Death by Westside Gunn, a song that features every single member of Griselda rapping their ass off over a cold, grimy beat. It's what you want from Griselda. 95, One Mic, One Gun by Nas and 21 Savage, a great duo between a legend and a new upcoming rapper, two of my favorites in the industry right now, just bouncing back and forth over a beat that they both feel very natural and smooth over. It's a great song. 93, X-Swing. Actually, no, fuck. Okay, 90, I messed it up. 94, Who Even Cares by Little Sims. Great song off of her record, No Thank You, and a really great song. It's a kind of a transition into the final song of this record. Great lyricism, great everything from Little Sims on this track. 93 is X-Swing by Denzel Curry. I love this song so much. I didn't expect to love this song as much. It was actually my least favorite when I first heard the record, but that violin beat with the Denzel Curry's vocalizations grew on me a ton. It is a super smooth, great track. I love X-Wing. 92, Just in Time by Jid. Great fucking song off the Forever Story. We're going to talk a lot more about some other songs off that album. Great verse from Lil Wayne on this song. Absolutely crazy verse from him. Great beat. Great performance from Kenny Mason, too. Just a great song overall. Not Kenny. Is it Kenny Beats? It's a Kenny. I'm forgetting. 91, The Worst Is Done by Weyes Blood. Great song, beautiful, atmospheric song from Weyes Blood. We will talk about some other songs by her later on this list, but this is a great example off that album. Also a little bit more of a rhythmic song from her. 90, I got Go Off by Ab-Soul. I'm kind of forgetting what the other feature on this song is. I'm sorry, but Big Sean, Ab-Soul coming in with just bars, great melodic, smooth hook, great energy. It's such a good song. 89, I got Drill Music in Zion by Lupe Fiasco. A great song that kind of encapsulates the whole Drill Music in Zion project with a great beat and a great sample, and Lupe just rapping like it's 2006. 88, God Don't Make Mistakes, Conway the Machine, a beautiful storytelling song off of this record, the self-titled song on this album. This is a beautiful song where he kind of comes to grip with his mentality and how he's gone through what he has gone through in his life. With his shooting and everything, and it's amazing. 87, Break My Soul, Beyonce. Great house pop track where Beyonce fully displays her vocal capabilities, everything across the board. Super fun, and actually probably my second favorite #1 song of the year. Actually, my third favorite #1 song of the year. I think it might be fourth. I don't know. This is one of my favorites though. 86 Vinyl Days, Logic and DJ Premier. It is so cool to see Logic and DJ Premier come with a track where Logic is rapping his ass off over this tight boom bap beat with obviously a legend and an icon to him, DJ Premier on this beat too. It is such an enjoyable track where Logic is rapping some of his best of his career. Honestly, it's actually one of my favorite songs he's done. 85 Brand New 911 by Joey Badass and Westside Gunn. Cool jazz sample. Great rapping from Joey Badass, great rapping from Westside Gunn. This is a duo that was gonna work, and it perfectly works. It's just a great song. 84, Let the Smokers Shine, The Coupe by Pusha T. I love this beat so much. It is such a hard-hitting, fun beat with Pusha T rapping his ass off over this verse. Pharrell on this beat was crazy. On the whole album, he's crazy, but this is one of my favorite beats on the record, honestly. 83, The Darkest Part by Danger Mouse, Black Thought, Raekwon. Great song. The beat is easily my favorite part of this. I think Danger Mouse picked the perfect sample to interpolate. Great, beautiful beat. Black Thought raps his ass off. Raekwon raps his ass off. It's a great track. 82, Pussy and Millions by Drake, 21 Savage, and Travis Scott. A great kind of trio between these rappers. This duo already had a lot of high moments in this year, and this was easily probably the most catchy and enjoyable song off of the record. But Travis Scott delivers a really great feature to just deliver a really fun track. 81, Gorilla by Little Sims. A high-hitting, high-energy, high orchestral song, but does have a little bit of a goof, kind of fun sound to it too. It's not as high energy and as urgent as a song like Introvert, but it's a fun, great song that perfectly fits into the No Thank You record by Little Sims. 80, Frankenstein by Swedish House Mafia and A$AP Rocky. These two come together to create an insanely hard-hitting banger where A$AP Rocky is rapping like he hasn't in many years, and Swedish House Mafia proves that they're actually very good hip-hop producers. 79, 2007 by JID, a track where Jade kind of reflects on I meant Jade, by the way. A track where Jade kind of reflects on everything he's come up to at this point, you know, his career, his storytelling over multiple different beats, multiple different samples, multiple different stories. It's a really cool way to end the Forever story, and in my opinion, is one of my favorite ending tracks of the year. Number 78, Die For You, Joji. I love this song. Joji's just amazing on it. The beat is beautiful, atmospheric, emotional. Joji, as he typically does, just nails it out of the park at bringing all of the instrumental and his vocals and his songwriting to life. It's a beautiful Joji track. 77, Kill Bill by SZA. I can't get enough of how blunt this song is. I can't get enough of how SZA just bluntly making a song about how she wants to kill her ex and how immature it actually ends up being by her even having the line, I'm so mature. It's such a cool song where SZA displays so many different emotions, and to me it kind of encapsulates the entire SOS record. 76, Bad Habit, Steve Lacy. Just a super catchy, lovable track. Steve Lacy's shows off his energy on this track, just shows off how individually great of an artist he is. But to add to that, great songwriting, great beat, and also went #1, so I can't complain. It's a great song. 75, Rich Spirit, Kendrick Lamar. I love this song. It was a song that it took a minute to grow on me, but I love the kind of more just kind of relaxed, laid back, kind of whispery flow Kendrick gives it, with this very classy kind of beat. And then when the chorus comes in, having this bass hit in heavy, Kendrick just kind of finding his energy of talking about how he feels he's a very rich person in his spirit, but also just having fun. It's a really good song. 74, The Highs and the Lows by Chance the Rapper and Joey Badass. Chance has not rapped like this in a long time. It is a coloring book style track where you have Joey Badass rapping his ass off too, giving this very hopeful, lovable track where just Chance's he's at his best on this track, honestly. 73, Saltwater, Danger Mouse, Black Thought, and Conway the Machine. Saltwater has one of my favorite beats off the whole record. It is intense, large, kind of shocking, and to add to that, everybody kills it on the verses. Danger Mouse's production is just perfect. Black Thought's rapping, Conway's rapping. It is such a good song. 72, Paper Cuts by Vince Staples. Having this Vince Staples, sorry, I'm working my hair. Having this Vince Staples song with this great sample, great beat, great flow, very catchy song, but Vince also kind of reflecting on how he's gotten to the point he has in his career. It's such a fun song that not only works as a great addition to Ramona Park Broke My Heart, but is just a fucking banger, honestly. 71, Tear Gas, Conway the Machine, Lil Wayne, Rick Ross. Everybody brings the fucking heat on this track. High energy verses, great beat, grimy, raw, what you want to hear from this trio. And it's probably my favorite song Conway put out this year. It's not my favorite Griselda song of the year, but it is my favorite Conway Song of the Year. 70, Umbrella, Metro Boomin, 21 Savage, and Young Nudie. Great song, great hard-hitting, dark piano beat. 21 Savage just naturally doing what he's good at. Metro and 21 just pretty much whenever they come together, they create something legendary. It is such a good song, and in my opinion, it's just fantastic. 69, Diet Coke, Pusha T. Love this song so much. I love the very kind of muddy piano style beat with Pusha T just rapping about what he raps about, you know. To add to that, I'm totally forgetting the producer of this beat, but then Kanye added these, who is it? Not Big Pun, Fat Joe samples over it. It's a great song where Pusha T pretty quickly just shows how good of a rapper he is, and it's a great piano beat. I love it. 68, Heavy Water, Billy Woods. My favorite Billy Woods track of this year. Amazing beat, amazing, grimy, loud, dark beat with great features from LP. It is such a fun track. Not even in that though, but it keeps that really raw muddiness that Ethiops did so well, and it's a super great track. 67, 90 Proof, Smino and J. Cole. Hearing this duo, inherently I was kind of interested to know what these two would do together, but it's a really creative, great song. Catchy, fun, enjoyable. J. Cole brings a great verse. What's not to love about 90 Proof? 66, Dance Now by Jid. Some of my favorite rapping by Jid, actually, of his career on this song. Great beat from, I totally forget. Is it Kenny? No, it's not Kenny Mason who produced this. It's a great beat, though. It's a great sample, great hook, great rapping, fits into the album perfectly. It was such a good single, such an enjoyable track. In my opinion, it's probably my favorite banger off of the entirety of the Forever Story. Well, almost, maybe. Dance Now is a fantastic song, though. I love it. 65, X by Little Sims. Great song where Little Sims continue to show how amazing Inflow's production is in the back and how amazing her lyricism and her vocal style and everything she does just continues to flourish across the album. Heavy emotions, heavy rapping. It's Little Sims. It's what you wanted off of No Thank You. It's a great song. 64, Virgo's Groove by Beyonce. I love this song. This song has such a lovable kind of space energy, but also has that very kind of 60s, 70s R&B electro style to it. It's a fun track that the beat is just enjoyable throughout the entire time. Love what Beyonce was able to do on this track. 63, I got Do Better by Ab-Soul and Zachary, I think is the feature on the song. It's a great song, though. It's a great, hopeful song where Ab-Soul kind of talks about how he reflects on how he needs to improve as a person in his life and in his day-to-day interactions. Zachary delivers a fantastic hook. There really isn't anything more to love about Do Better. It's just a really fun song. 62, Auto Bado, Lupe Fiasco. This is a heavy-hitting, large-sounding track where Lupe provides a very catchy and enjoyable chorus with a great beat in the background, where we basically get to kind of hear him rapping like I said, this whole album he's rapping like it's 2006, but the production of the song is insane. The beat is so good. The rapping is fantastic. It's one of my favorite records off of the Drill Music and Zion. 61, Because, Danger Mouse. I can't even remember all the features on the song. Joey Badass, Russ. That's all I can think of right now, but there's multiple features on the song, and it's a great fucking song. Everybody brings their energy on this song, from all the beats from Danger Mouse to the rapping from all the rappers. It's another great addition onto the Cheat Codes record. 60, The Ills by Denzel Curry. Great piano beat where Denzel Curry kind of reflects on his life and where it's come to at this point. And kind of, it's a pretty great, I think it's the last track. If it is, it's the phenomenal ending track to Moment I See Your Future, and it's a great moment on the album. Just pretty much rivaling one of my favorite songs in the album. It was a great one. 59, Cocoon, 070 Shake. I love this song. I love the hard-hitting production, the high energy, the very catchy and amazing vocals from 070 Shake. She continues to show how great her just range and her kind of energy to a song is. It's a super fucking well put together track, and I love everything that 070 Shake is able to do on the song. 58, Orville by Logic. Having Blue and Exile on this track, having them bounce back and forth, having Logic and Blue rapping together on the same track. My favorite beat off of the whole record easily. I love this beat so much. It is classy, it's fun, it's beautiful, it's catchy, and then Logic rapping at some of his best I've ever heard. And then to add to that, obviously having Blue and Exile on the track, I mean, we all love those two, and they're great on this song too. It's a really fucking great boom bap song, and honestly, at this point, I might have to put Orville in my top 10 favorite Logic songs. It is just a wonderful song. 57, Typical Pick, But God Did by DJ Khaled. As much as I think this song's first minute is so annoying, everybody just brings their game on this song, from I think, is it Rick Ross? I know Lil Wayne delivers a fantastic verse in the song. I think Rick Ross. I totally am spacing, but Rick Ross kills it. I know. I remember if it's Rick Ross, he kills it. But the main thing of this, the main part of the song that I love so much is the Jay-Z part, which is a almost 4-minute verse where Jay-Z's just rapping his ass off. He's continuing to show how much he's evolved artistically and how he's still really kicking it in 2022. Jay-Z just continues to prove how amazing of an artist he is, and I wish he delivered this kind of insane of a verse on any other album. I just wish this song was on anybody else's album, but it's a great song with legendary rappers across the board, and in 8 minutes that shows each rapper kind of bringing everything they got to the table. And if you can get past the first minute of DJ Khaled giving you terrible ad-libs, God Did is a fantastic song. 56, Rock and Roll by Pusha T, Kanye West, and Kid Cudi. I'm not really going to talk about Kanye's part of the song, also because I think it's easily the worst part of the song. But Kid Cudi on that hook is catchy, it's fun, it's raw, it's hard-hitting. The beat and the interpretation of a Beyonce song is really good sampling on, I think it's both Pharrell and Ye's part. But it's great. And then out of that, Pusha T's rapping like he always does. Great verse, great delivery from Push. It's another great song off the record. It's easily one of my favorite songs off It's Almost Dry. I really enjoy Rock and Roll. 55, the 30th, Billie Eilish, a beautiful storytelling guitar song from Billie where she shows how much her emotions are just able to work with this instrumental and this guitar and her storytelling and her world building on the song. It's so beautiful, and it proves artistically how much I like Billie Eilish and how much I've just loved everything she's put out. At this point, I continue to love each track she does, and the Guitar Songs EP was a really cool duo of songs. I really like the other one too. I think it was TV. I really like that song, but the 30th to me just impacted me in a really deep way. It's a beautiful, hard-hitting song and is easily one of the best pop songs of the year. 54, Special by SZA. Something so enjoyable about hearing SZA kind of make a song where she's doing the opposite of the normal girl song, where she's talking about how she wishes she was unique and interesting and how she feels like that's not the case, and how she kind of feels like the relationship she was just in made her feel like that wasn't the case. It's a great song on that regard. SZA's vocalization and her songwriting, as per usual, is incredible on this song, and I really enjoy what she offers on this song. It is definitely a really solid song and easily one of my favorites. And honestly, it is my favorite song off SOS. Unless, actually, I Hate You might be my favorite song. But that was on my favorite songs of 2021, so I can't put it here. 53, Is There Someone Else, The Weeknd. Finally, I think this is The Weeknd's first song. Don't worry, he's going to get a few more. Is There Someone Else is a great song with a great fucking beat, a great sample. I don't even know if that's a sample. It might just be high-pitched vocals. But hearing The Weeknd kind of make a song where he's talking about how he sees this girl's perspective and he sees this girl's kind of point of view because he used to lie and he used to be the one cheating. So when he kind of sees her doing it, he feels really bitter and mad about it. It's a great song. The 80s influence really infects the song. It's catchy, it's fun, and also the transition into the song is incredible. And the transition into the song, I love the transitions on Dawn FM so much. Is There Someone Else is a catchy, fun 80s style song where The Weeknd's just in his element, honestly. Belize, Danger Mouse, Black Thought, and MF Doom comes in at 52. It's so cool to hear an MF Doom feature in the year 2022. It's so cool to hear it, and he kills it. He is so good on this song. But to add to that, Black Thought brings his own energy too. He kills it as well. Danger Mouse delivers a fantastic beat. Not my favorite beat on the record, but what made this honestly my favorite record or my favorite song of Cheat Codes was the fact that you were able to just kind of hear this friendship and balance between Black Thought and MF Doom. Love this track. It is seriously one of the best songs included off the record. And honestly, it is my favorite, and it is just such an enjoyable song. 51, Surround Sounds, Jid, and 21 Savage. Who could have there was no way. Great sample, great hook, great flow from Jid as per usual. He kills it. But 21 Savage on the feature is so natural and enjoyable on the track, and it proves that these two are a fucking great duo, and I almost want to hear them do another track because Surround Sounds is a extremely enjoyable banger featuring great performances also from Baby Tate. She kills it too. Second beat too, the beat switch on this song, Jid comes in and murders it on that last verse. Surround Sounds is just a great song. 50, Fantasy World by Quedeca. A song off of this record where Quedeca really brings the environment and the lushness of this world, but the darkness of it too. It is a wonderful, beautiful, epic song, and I love everything that Quedeca is able to give this track. It's amazing, it's large, it's beautiful. Fantasy World is easily one of my favorite songs off the record. It's definitely top 3. But yeah, we're into the top 50 now. Let's keep going through this top 50. 49, I have Con la Bricia by Fodekush. I think I got that right. Fodekush. I don't know. I'm sorry if I got that wrong, but that is the name I'm reading here. With Ludwig, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that last name, but the composer of Black Panther, come together to create a beautiful song, beautiful, lushful, wonderful song that obviously soundtracks the film at a very beautiful moment. It fits the vibe perfectly. It fits that wonderful kind of otherworldliness very well. The vocals on the song are beautiful, watery, flowy. I love the whole nature and the world of the song, and it fits the album perfectly. It is such a great song, honestly, and is easily it's just a wonderful song. 48, All Mine by Brent Faiayz. Probably one of the most toxic songs this man has ever made, but I love it. The beat is perfect. It is dark, but it's cold, but it's not like depressing in that way. And Brent Faiayz comes in on this song talking about his usual shit, talking about this girl he loves, whatnot. It's Brent Faiayz, talking about toxic shit, whatnot. But it's a great song on all regards. Great hook, great beat, catchy, great vocals. I kind of automatically like any Brent Faiayz song just by the vocals, but this is a wonderful song. 47, Gasoline by The Weeknd. The kind of intro that I did not get when I first heard the album. I didn't really understand what was so, I didn't really get why he did what he did on the song, but I fucking love Gasoline at this point. From the very just otherworldliness of the beat, not even in the sense of this being like an 80s sounding song. It's barely even like that. It feels very dark, feels very muddy kind of. And then you have The Weeknd kind of on this song in the vocals doing this very low voice, and it's really cool though. It fits the vibe perfectly, coming in with this, his voice going back up to normal for this hook, for this wonderful kind of sound. The song sets the album off on a note that you don't expect. It's very weird, but pretty much one or two listens of this song, yeah, this song gets really fucking enjoyable really fast, and it's one of the most amazing kind of Weeknd songs to just experience. It's a phenomenal intro, and it sets the album off on an extremely high note. Speaking of great intros, 46, United in Grief, Kendrick Lamar. I love the creativity on this song. And another song that really catches you off guard. Opening this song off with these vocals, these piano chords, Kendrick kind of being a little comedic on the intro, just kind of being like, be afraid, and just kind of having fun with it. But then coming in a slick ass flow over just piano chords. Proves how great of a rapper he is. Then coming in at some of the weirdest drums I think I've ever heard, most of the most blunt drums I've ever heard in a hip hop song. But Kendrick just perfectly fits over them. His storytelling and the way he opens it up, like every other Kendrick intro, gives you tons of different ideas and themes to think about as you continue going through the record. It sets you off on unexpectation, disbelief. It is such a great song. And I've seen people call this the best song of the year. I totally get why. I love these sections, and I love the way the whole song comes together. It is a wonderful song by Kendrick, and it's probably the perfect intro, honestly, to the album. 45, Black Superhero, Robert Glasper. There are quite a few people on this song, from Beach to Chicago Kid to Killer Mike to Big Crit, but I love the gospel kind of piano choir kind of sound of the song, with them kind of talking about this feeling of needing hope in every single ghetto and every single street and every single inner city black community. To add to that, you have Killer Mike killing it on a verse, as per usual from Killer Mike. Beach the Chicago Kid delivering a beautiful hook. Then you have Big Crit delivering a great verse too. This song comes together in such a beautiful, fun, groovy way. It proves that Robert Glasper, pretty much anything he touches is gold, and Black Superhero is one of my favorite songs of the year. 44, House Settling, Quedeca. Love this song. Love the storytelling on this song. Love the rawness, the chaoticness of the song, with Danny Brown on it too. What a great song that proves just Quedeca's entire creativity on this record. It's so out there. I love it. 43, Cuff It by Beyonce. I cannot get enough of this song. This song is so catchy, so fun, so high energy. Great kind of 70s style sounding background. Beyonce just ripping it on this. She is so good on these vocals too. Great lyrics, so much fun. It's pretty much my favorite record on the album, and also one of my most favorite produced songs of the year. It sounds so cool on good quality. It's just a great song. 42, Cash In, Cash Out, Pharrell Williams, 21 Savage, Tyler the Creator. Pharrell's beat on here is great. I love it. It is hard-hitting. It's enjoyable. The hook, it could be better, but 21 Savage kills it on his verse. He is natural. He is fun. He's killing it. And then Tyler comes in with one of my favorite features of the year, where he is just in his fucking mode. He is in fucking just ready to go in and kill this verse with goofy bars, fun flows, low dark vocals. It makes me always remember how much I love Tyler, not just as a vocalist, not just as a writer, not just as a curator, but as a fucking artist. He's incredible. Or as a producer, he's just so good on this song. And Pharrell's beat is amazing. It is such a fun hip hop song, and I love everything the song did for it. 41, Legit by Nas. This is my favorite song off the King's Disease record. I cannot get enough of this track. From that beat, from that really fucking cool Hit Boy sample, that piano beat, that chords, oh, it's so good. And then to add to that, Nas just rapping his ass off. Legit, I don't even have a whole lot to say in the song. Hit Boy delivers a great sample, great beat. Nas delivers some of the best flows in the King's Disease series. At this point, this might end up being my favorite record off of the King's Disease albums. Nobody might be better, but this is a wonderful, great song, and I enjoy everything Legit had to offer. 40, It's Not Just Me, It's Everybody. Beautiful way to start off this record for Wise Blood. Amazing song, beautiful, atmospheric, great songwriting, just a wonderful way to open up the whole record. Otherworldly, it fits all the gloves that this album needs it to. 39, Angel by Little Sims. Funny thing is, this is not the best song this year named Angel. Amazing intro by Little Sims. Very just calm, kind of contemplative. It almost feels mourning in a way, where Little Sims is just kind of talking about her reflection and where she's come up to at this point. I love everything that Angel has to offer as an intro. Great vocals too, great hook. It's just a beautiful intro, honestly. 38, Elvis by Wilderness. Not a very popular band. I actually met these guys in real life, and that's actually how I found the song. But Elvis is such a good song. Amazing production, amazing vocalizations, amazing engineering as a whole. Just a song that just feels otherworldly, chaotic, all over the place. It is such a fun, well put together song, and it's, in my opinion, the best, most creative song I've ever heard from Wilderness. Elvis is just a great song. 37, Auntie Diaries, Kendrick Lamar. A bit of a controversial song, I understand, and I don't want to dive too much into the kind of storytelling and the themes Auntie Diaries dives into, but Kendrick Lamar's kind of style on the song of reflecting on how his experiences with transgenderism in his family affected his view on religion and affected his view on just kind of everything in his life. It's such a cool, beautiful song where he just kind of reflects on that in his life. It's not inherently a song that is catchy or a banger, but it's a song that is incredibly deep, thoughtful, introspective, and informative. And it shows Kendrick at some of my favorite storytelling he's ever done. It is such a good song. 36, I got Mannequin by Neptune, another not too big artist, actually not a big artist at all. Denver local guy. Amazing song where he kind of dives into his own trauma in his life and feeling frozen in some situations. Beautiful hook, great performance from Rusty Steve too. Everything that Mannequin brings together is fun, catchy, emotional, well put together. Neptune is just a wonderful artist at this point. I can't wait to see where he goes from here. 35, Die Hard, Kendrick Lamar. Catchy song where Kendrick Lamar kind of really talks about this idea of just not knowing if he can open up or be comfortable in a situation with the person he loves. Great vocals from Blast. I'm so happy to watch him get a feature as high up as Die Hard. And to add to that, I'm totally forgetting the other girl on this. She kills it too, the other girl. I'm totally forgetting her name. I feel shitty, but whatever. Die Hard is a great, catchy, easily replayable song where Kendrick talks about improving mental health and just everything he needs to. Die Hard is just a great song. 34, How Do I Make You Love Me, The Weeknd. I love this song. I love the energy. I love the build-up. I love the just explosion this song comes into, of The Weeknd kind of reflecting on finding somebody that he genuinely really loves, but he doesn't really know how the relationship feels from both sides, doing everything he can to make it better, but he doesn't even know what's really going on, and him kind of talking about, how do I just get you? How do I make you kind of mine? In like not in as toxic of a way as normally he talks about it. It's actually a very not toxic song for The Weeknd, except for that Mushroom Tea line. How Do I Make You Lovely is amazing, euphoric, larger than life, and seeing it live was also fucking crazy. I love this song. It's just so good. 33, Gotta Rap, Ab-Soul. I love this song so much from all regards. Just Ab-Soul and DJ Premier coming in on that beat, and Ab-Soul just kind of talking about this idea of regardless of whatever happens to him, just keep rapping, keep doing what he loves, keep just going at it. It's the only thing he has left. And him kind of talking about his real life attempt of suicide and how just rapping helped him keep going and recover and keep moving. Gotta Rap is just a wonderful song with some of my favorite rapping absols ever done. I love it. I honestly think with more time it could have gone even higher on this list if I didn't listen to it like 2 days before writing this list. 31, actually no, where the fuck. 32, Angel by Brent Faiayz. This is my favorite Brent Faiayz song of the year. I love this song so much. From that, I'm totally forgetting. Is it an organ? I oh, it's like a synthesizer kind of thing, I think. Well, I'm totally forgetting the instrument, but it's so cool. It's so well done. It's so well put together. And Brent kind of talking about feeling like this girl just like really kind of hides herself from him, but he knows how beautiful a person he is. His vocals on this song are beautiful. These strings on this song are beautiful. It is a wonderful outro. Angel is just a fantastic song. Easily one of my favorite R&B songs of the year. 31, Creepin', Metro Boomin, 21 Savage, and The Weeknd. Actually, The Weeknd's the main one on the song. Beautiful song. Hearing The Weeknd take this classic cover, redo it in a euphoric, amazing way. To add to that, Metro Boomin on this really slow tempo, great song where just giving a fantastic beat, even switching the beat up at a couple points. And then 21 Savage delivering a great verse too that adds a lot to the track. Even though I will say I think The Weeknd could have fully handled this song by himself. I love the addition of 21 Savage, and it shows honestly The Weeknd just singing like he really hasn't in a long time. And the best way I heard this song described, Metro Boomin made The Weeknd homeless again. Number 30, we are here in the top 30. This duo just dropped literally one song this year, and it was like a B-side, but they were able to actually crack the top 30 because Love's Train by Silk Sonic is wonderful, a wonderful cover. Beautiful, amazing, just otherworldly 70s style R&B, and it has another great addition to the Silk Sonic record where these two continue to show how great of a duo they are, bouncing back and forth. Bruno Mars's amazing vocals, Internet Pack's amazing addition too. It is an amazing, wonderful song that's just another great addition to these guys. And I don't know if they're going to do more after this, but I'm totally down for it because they literally dropped an album last year, got the motherfucking album of the year, and every single song on the album was in my top 100. And then this year, they just dropped one song and they still make it in the top 30. So y'all know I'm a sucker for Silk Sonic, but I love this song. I do have the vinyl up. It's up on the wall. Number 29, Heart on Fire, Little Sims. Amazing song, amazing sample, and amazing kind of way of reflecting on her world and her situation. I love this beat. I love the rapping. I love the emotion. I love everything Heart on Fire brings to the table for this record. Easily one of my favorite songs of the record. I don't remember if I do rank it as my second favorite, but it is definitely one of my favorite songs. Okay. 28, Miss Morale by Lupe Fiasco. A great sequel to the amazing Morale. I do think there is like a Morale Jr. song, but I don't really remember it that well. But all I know is Miss Morale is a great other song in this style, where he tells this beautiful story that's very otherworldly and very just kind of, it's very metaphorical. And then to add to that, this beautiful beat, this beautiful, really well put together, well produced beat, with great vocals from, I'm totally forgetting, but the jazz sample on this, the saxophone sample is so cool to hear on this track too. Miss Morale just is a great song, so well put together. Easily my favorite Lupe Fiasco song of the year, and definitely, honestly, probably my favorite Lupe Fiasco song since the first Morale. So Miss Morale is a great song. It is such a good song.
90% sure it's pronounced mural, but all right.
27, Lift Me Up, Rihanna. Rihanna made a comeback this year. She finally came out with a new song, two new songs actually. The other one I think is in my honorable mentions. I'm not sure, but I think it is. Lift Me Up, though, I find this song beautiful. I find this song amazing, meaningful, heartfelt, feeling like a bit of this dedication to not only the movie, but also Chadwick Boseman himself. Rihanna was a perfect fit for this. Her vocals are just so beautiful and amazing, and the lyricism and the writing on the song is great. But to add to that, I love hearing Rihanna kind of come back with this more melodic piano style song, more ballad kind of style. It's amazing. It's wonderful. Lift Me Up is just a beautiful song. And I didn't really get how much I loved this song until I went and saw Black Panther in theaters. And then I was like, okay, Lift Me Up is one of my favorite songs of the year without question. 26, Children of the Empire by Wise Blood. Beautiful, beautiful fucking song. I mean, every song off this record is. It was a bit hard to pick only a few for the list, but the way she put it all together was just wonderful. The way the song climaxes, the way it all comes together emotionally, sonically, it's just amazing. Children of the Empire is a great song. 25, top 25. We're in the last fourth of this. Systenem by Jid. Oh my gosh. A song where Jid kind of talks about his relationship and how much his sister kind of means to him, and as well diving into other members of the family, but having this very slow, cold, but introspective kind of beat with Jid rapping and talking about these stories with his sister and how she sees him, and even kind of talking in first perspective to her. Um, to add to that, then these beautiful hook, this beautiful vocals, just amazingness to it. It feels cold, it feels weird, but it's so one of the most well put together Jid songs up to this point. It's easily one of my favorite songs in his career, and I love it so much. 24, Count Me Out, Kendrick Lamar. Great song from the very creative and enjoyable production, from the amazing rapping from Kendrick. From, by the way, he's going to have a lot more appearances on this list, just wait. But Count Me Out is fun, enjoyable, in this song where he kind of talks about being really tired of this relationship he's in and feeling kind of loveless and feeling kind of lost in it. And whether that's a bit more of a metaphor for his fan base, for the world, for hip hop, for anything, I love the way Kendrick brings it together on a production level, on a vocal level, on a writing level, on a storytelling level. Count Me Out is a great song. 23, Make Believe, Saba. The Sabbath song this year that really hit me hard was Make Believe. Him making a song where he very much spends the first part of the song really coldly and rapidly and softly talking about his impact, and him kind of talking, it seems like kind of talking to his mom a little bit and talking about how far he's gone and looking how far it's been from the hood, and then talking, and then the way the song transitions into just this otherworldly bass drop kind of sound, but it's not fun. It's very just atmospheric and large, vocally a beautiful transition to the song, and then ending it with a Fushi feature. Amazing song. Make Believe talks about from the point of coming up to wealth to greed. It's just great, honestly. Where I'm lost. Okay, number 22, Savior, Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar and Baby Keem come together on this song to talk about how they're not your savior. How this song kind of dives into this idea of people viewing celebrities as way higher up and more important than they are. The song talks about a lot of shit, but the way he kind of talks about how he feels like other artists, like artists are not meant to be looked up to, they're people too, they're not just your tools, and how he sees that as an artist himself. To add to that, the beat on this song is really creative, but really hard and enjoyable. And then Baby Keem, obviously, on this hook is just great, and it's iconic and fun. Yeah, I really, really love Savior. And it's a great song. It's a great banger that proves how great of a duo these two are. 21, Take My Breath by The Weeknd. I know this dropped in 2020, but I realized I didn't include it at all on last year's list, not even in the honorable mentions. So, hey, Weeknd, welcome this song to the top 21 songs of the year. Take My Breath is an amazing song. From the build up to the just explosion of sound. It is a bit of a duo to me with How Do I Make You Love Me. I feel like these songs tie together really well. But The Weeknd kind of talking about this feeling of a relationship where he feels like she just kind of gets pulled in by her, but in a way that he's fully willing to accept and to just go with the flow. From the amazing 80s synths to the amazing otherworldliness of the song, I'm very happy the song got extended to like more like a 6-minute song than a 3-minute song, because it works a lot better in that regard. Take My Breath is such a fun song, and it's honestly one of the best songs he's put out to date. 20, top 20, here we are. Alone by Burna Boy. I love this song so much. From the amazing just vocals from Burna Boy to the amazing songwriting to the amazing way this instrumental comes together in this more kind of African, but also very much Burna Boy style. I'm kind of forgetting what most people see him as, but he's an amazing vocalist on the song. And the way he brings together such a catchy and enjoyable chorus, and obviously as well the moment in Black Panther when this comes up, it fits super well. Alone is a very hopeful, cry for help kind of song. Burna Boy is amazing on it, enjoyable, fun, emotional. Alone is just, it's too good to not be put in the top 20. 19, Johnny P's Caddy, Benny the Butcher, and J. Cole. This song came out in like January, and it's remained one of my favorite songs of the year. J. Cole delivered. I mean, we'll start with Benny first over this great Griselda beat. Benny is just so raw, so in this beat. He is so ready to go in, ready to just dive into this beat. As well, Benny the Butcher versus, I understand how they can get repetitive for some people, but this song to me, he just absolutely knocks it out of the park, especially for a feature like J. Cole on it, who has the better feature to me, but he holds up pretty well. J. Cole's edition of the song is amazing. It's actually one of my favorite features of the whole year. From his amazing flows to amazing rapping to the just hard hitting, just great fucking bars from J. Cole. It proves that really he's one of the best feature rappers of all time. And on Johnny P's Caddy, he owns it. It is so good. It is so well put together. And I love what these two as a duo brought to the table. And I hope J. Cole does some more Griselda stuff, because this is my Griselda song of the year. And honestly, it's one of the best songs in the past couple of years, because it is one of the best displays of lyricism I've heard in a long time. 18, this is a bit of a cliche pick. It's Jimmy Cook's Drake 21 Savage. Here's the thing about this song for me. I liked it when I first heard it. I didn't love it. I liked it. And then I found out how much I loved that sample on the Drake part and how much I love 21 Savage's verse, and I got addicted to this song because I feel like this is the best I've heard some of these guys. Like, this is one of my favorite Drake rapping performances of a long time. His rapping and the way that beat comes in, it is so natural and good for Drake to be on a style of track like this. And then 21 Savage coming in for that last part of the song, absolutely tearing it apart. It's cool to hear two rappers who are very individual in their own kind of styles come together and not just present some boring one trap beat, deliver two really well put together catchy trap beats where they both give it their all, knock it out of the park, and create one of my favorite songs of the year. A banger that has crazy replayability. I actually listened to the song an unhealthy amount of times this year. Jimmy Cook's. It reminds me of what I like about some of Drake's music, and it reminds me of when I really like Drake, it's really good. Jimmy Cook's is honestly one of the best songs he's probably ever dropped. 17, Born Yesterday, Quedeca. This song is amazing. It is epic. It is large. It is euphoric. I love what Born Yesterday brings to the table. From the idea of him kind of looking back into his life and into his family and how they see his decision to kill himself, and the way that all comes together in this art poppy, wondrous song with amazing vocals, amazing songwriting, is my favorite display of everything that this record has to offer. Born Yesterday is an amazing track, and I think Quedeca knocks it out of the park. Number 16, I got Out of Time by The Weeknd. This is my R&B song of the year. Out of Time is just a beautiful song where he takes a very odd Japanese sample, but he interpolates it great, with great, beautiful vocals, kind of talking about a relationship that he really wants to try in, but he doesn't really feel like there's any place for him to keep going in it. It's an amazing song with amazing vocals from The Weeknd, amazing high-pitched vocals from The Weeknd, but a very chill kind of groove to it. Creative beat. Out of Time, I love this song so much. 15, top 15 songs of the fucking year. We are here. And I will say, I think a very good chunk of these it might actually be over a third is by Kendrick, but I'm not sure. Because 15, we got Mirror by Kendrick. The outro to Mr. Around the Big Steppers almost leaves me in tears every time I hear it. From the great beat, from the absolutely really well put together creative beat with these beautiful violins in the back, to Kendrick singing, which honestly he's actually a really good singer on this song. Sometimes he's rough. On this song he kills it though. To add to that, everything he puts to the table on this track, talking about how he feels like he needed to focus on himself rather than his career and his life. That's obviously the whole hook. I choose me, I'm sorry. But the final line of the song, probably my favorite line of the year in any song. Maybe there may be a couple more, but being the final line he delivers here, it's a gut puncher where he basically says, "Sorry, I didn't save the world, my friend. I was too busy building mine again." I pretty much get choked up every time I hear it. Mirror is just an amazing outro. 14, God Turned Me Into a Flower by Wise Blood. The amazing song. It has all my favorite elements to the record, from the amazing euphoric beat to the otherworldliness of the song. Kind of everything I've said about this album to it, but just more. The more fleshed out the song is, the more kind of hopeless the song is, but also this feeling of kind of light at the end of the tunnel. I love the way Wise Blood put this song together. Great beat, great everything. Not great beat, great instrumental. I'm getting tired here. All right. God Turned Me Into a Flower is just an amazing fucking song though, and I don't have a lot to say on it, honestly. It's quite the experience that you need to hear for yourself. 13, very weird take coming from the Euphoria show, but this song stuck with me all year, and that's I'm Tired by Labyrinth. I know it's a bit of a weird take with Zendaya on it too, but I loved this song from Labyrinth's beautiful vocals, which by the way, the whole Euphoria soundtrack he's amazing on, but from these beautiful out there vocals, to this amazing beat, to this organ coming in at a certain point where it just all goes to hell. Actually, very similar to Make Believe by Saba. A great way to push the song into a new world. And then the piano kind of ballad style ending where Zendaya comes in and delivers some great vocals too. I really, really enjoy what I'm Tired brings to the table from Labyrinth. It's a great song. Great song, great songwriting. Feeling very tired, lonely, hopeless, but light at the end of the title, like I said with the last track. I love I'm Tired. I just think it's a great song. And it was very close to cracking that top 10 songs of the year. Number 12, Broken by Little Simz. Amazing song from that great beat, from that great sample in the back to that very kind of bouncy, almost musical style instrumental. That's the only way I can describe some of the Little Simz inflow songs. They're like almost musical style, but I love it. From the great storytelling to the kind of hopefulness she talks about in individual situations of people where they feel just really lost in their own kind of world. There are actually many songs that we're going to get to coming up that are kind of about hopelessness and being lost. Broken just lays it all on the table. A 7-minute epic where Inflow just delivers one of the best beats I've ever heard Little Simz rap over. Little Simz rapping just about her struggle and how she sees each individual person, and kind of just feeling like broken and lost. Great beat, like I said. Great way to put this track together. Little Simz is just a legend at this point. She really fucking is. This album was amazing. Number 11. Oh, it was so hard to not put the song in the top 10. Walkin' by Denzel Curry. Walkin'. Oh my gosh, what a creative fucking song. From the first part of this song being Denzel rapping over a boom bap song. First of all, beautiful sample, but Denzel rapping about this, rapping kind of over this boom bap style beat, rapping kind of slowly, steadily, moving, just going, just trudging. Then at a minute in, the beat just totally flips into just a trap beat. Same exact sample. The sample never leaves, but the trap beat comes in instead. And Denzel comes in with some of the best rapping of the fucking year. Amazing lyricism, amazing bars, amazing rhyming, amazing energy, but not the same kind of energy you predict from Denzel, you know? Great songwriting, great just kind of way he talks about his career and the way everything's gone for him. Denzel Curry just brings everything to the table on Walk, and it is such an enjoyable, replayable, creative, great song. I've never actually heard an artist take a sample, do one beat with it, do pretty good on that first beat, and then just come in with another beat with the same exact sample in the same exact way and just fucking kill it. Denzel is wonderful on this song. It is easily one of the best rapping performances of the year. Maybe my favorite rapping performance of the year, honestly. Walkin' is just fantastic. All right, here we go. It's the top 10. It's the Big 10. Number 10, it's the Big 10. Number 10, the Survivor's Guild, Joey Badass. I had to put this in my top 10. I had to. It was a tough challenge for Joey to make a song about losing Stilo. And he did it in the best way possible, in a very raw vent style, where Joey talks about how he feels the guilt of losing his friend and how he feels like there's sides of him that are responsible for the loss of his friend. No matter how irrational that may sound, it brings a lot of really amazing energy to the track. To add to that, this beat is just very cold, very depressing, but it's very honest, it feels. I feel like this is one of the most open songs I've heard in a long time, where Joey just very much vents about how he feels about this situation. It doesn't connect to one. I mean, the theme, if there is a big theme, it is that feeling of survivor's guilt, of feeling like he made it out, but he didn't, but his friend didn't, his best friend didn't. Why? And him kind of reflecting on it in this very vent, open style. Survivor's guilt, just, it's a heartbreaking song about loss, but it's totally worth it. It's just one of the best songs Joey Badass has ever done, and it's easily one of the best songs of the year. Honestly, this is probably my favorite Joey Badass song since 1999. I cannot get enough of this song, and it is a really hard one to get through, but it's beautiful. Number 9, Neck and Wrist, Pusha T, Jay-Z, Pharrell. Ugh, what a song. It's the kind of song where pretty much everybody comes in and just does their thing. From Pusha T delivering another amazing slick verse. From Pharrell's beat, oh my gosh, Pharrell's beat is so good on the song. It's so creative, it's so out there, and I love it. From his hook too, from his very melodic hook here too. Catchy melodic hook. Great. The beat is what makes the song for me. I love this beat so much. It's so creative, so well put together. Pusha T's rapping is amazing. on it. It is so raw. It is so smooth. And then to add to that, Jay-Z comes in and delivers one of my favorite features of the year, where he feels very just kind of him on the song. It's the kind of song where Pharrell came in, produced one of the best beats I've heard him do for years. Then Pusha T came in, did the thing to the best of the ability he could. Jay-Z came in, did his thing to the best he could, and Pharrell came in and did his thing to the best he could. It just all comes together in this beautiful package of a song that proves that Push and Jay, this is an insane duo, and I can't wait to see more tracks from them. Number 8, N95, Kendrick Lamar. I love this song on all regards. I love how much this song keeps itself moving and unexpected. From starting out with like a choir, like him singing to children, to this very low tempo kind of style, softly rapping, then coming in with these loud ass synths, coming in ready to come in, just murder the beat, then coming in very shockingly on the hook with an ew kind of intro, and bringing up this whole theme about feeling like people are just not themselves out there anymore. People hide themselves a lot. It's just a fantastic track on that regard. To add to that, Kendrick's just rapping and his performance is so slick and to the point on the song. The second verse, he's very creative. He's even higher energy. Then he literally lets his voice just go to the high pitched style. I just love the way Kendrick switches the flow nonstop on the song, creating a song that's very close to being like a trap banger, but also has a message about feeling like people aren't themselves and they need to be themselves and be honest with who they are. Love everything that N95 brought to the table. It is just a super enjoyable song. Creative, fun, great. It was also one of my most played songs of the year. I love N95 so much. Number 7, Cody Blue 31 by Jid. My favorite song off the Forever Story, and probably my favorite song by Jid up to this point. This song is wonderful. It's so beautiful. From this song where he's talking about a friend of his, Cody, who was number 31 on his football team, and how his community kind of dealt with this loss, and how he wanted to kind of deliver a message to his family to just keep swinging on, just keep going, keep pushing. To add to that, the beat is amazing, by the way. The beat and the vocals in the back and the gospel style, it's so good. The R&B gospel way is perfect to this song. Jid's vocals are beautiful. They hit so hard in the core. Jid just is so honest and open on this song, and I love it so much. And to add to that, his verse on this song is really deep too, very powerful. And I love how just this whole song comes together as this. It's not even really that fledged out of the song. It's not like Sistanum where he's really taking his time with each bar. It's a song where he just lets everything marinate, and he does it really quick, but it hits like a fucking train. I love this beat, the melody of this beat, the tempo to the beat. The hook is so beautiful. Jid's singing is just amazing. Cody Blue 31 is a bit of an ambitious song for him, and it's a bit of a raw song for him, but he kills it. He brings everything he needed to the table. It's just a wonderful, beautiful, hopeful song, and it kind of helped me through a pretty dark time this year, and I love this song, honestly. Number 6, The Weeknd, getting right into that Michael Jackson bag with Sacrifice. This was actually my number 1 song of the year on Spotify Wrapped. I addictively listened to this song from the day it came out. From that very thriller style groove to this, I think Human Nature has a bit of a similarity to the song. But to add to that, The Weeknd talking about this idea of this girl that he likes. He thinks she's cool, but he would be totally willing to drop her for the night. And it's a very bluntly toxic song. It's not indirectly toxic like other Weeknd songs. He literally just says, I lie and tell you that I'll never leave. But to add to that, the vocals, the Michael Jackson, very just groovy kind of stuff. The beat is from Swedish House Mafia is so groovy, so much fun. And the Weeknd's vocals are great. And then the way it transitions into this insane hook where the Weeknd is just in his mode, in his bag. The most, I think, Michael Jackson 80s influenced Weeknd song to date. Sacrifice is just a fantastically enjoyable song. Honestly, it's very close to my favorite song off Dawn FM. It's not quite, but it's an amazing track. It brings everything to the table, and I was very close to putting it in the top 5, but not quite. But here we go. Here we go. Top 5 best songs of the year. This video is going to end up being over an hour, and I'm noticing that while recording it, and I need to do something new with in-year lists if they're going to be this long. Number 5, Glimpse of Us, Joji. Yeah, glimpse of us, glimpse of us. Where do I start? From Joji starting from the point, where he did in his career to coming out with this beautiful of a fucking song. Um, I love everything Joji brought to the table on Glimpse of Us, from just beautiful piano performance, beautiful songwriting, and a beautiful idea of this, not beautiful, very heartbreaking idea actually, of a relationship where he is really only in the relationship to just to leave another person, just to get his mind off the other person, and he continues to just want the other person, and it really breaks his relationship. And Joji's singing in slow melody over this piano instrumental is heartbreaking and beautiful in all regards. To add to that, the music video to the song is incredible too. Glimpse of Us just shows how talented Joji is. It's easily the best song he's ever done. It is a beautiful, amazing song. And I felt like when making this list, I kind of had to put it as a top 5 song of the year because very few songs this year emotionally hit me the way this one did. Glimpse of Us is perfect and I love it. My top 4 is going to get very repetitive, by the way. It's going to get very repetitive with one guy. Um, just saying. Number 4, Father Time, Kendrick Lamar, Sampha. This duo kills it. It was expected to, but they killed it. From Kendrick rapping about his struggles with his dad and how he kind of feels like that really defined the way he interacts with people and how he rejects love, to this beautiful piano chords and instrumental. Oh, I love the beat to this song so much. And Sampha is always great, but he is so good on this, so good on this hook. Everything about this song comes together to be a great song, reflecting on how, you know, generational issues kind of cause a lot of issues in our day-to-day lives. I'm going to add to that him kind of ending the song with this idea of, yeah, a lot of people around, he might have had issues with the dad, but a lot of people around him didn't have a fucking dad, and how he's grateful that he even has a dad, and he salutes anybody who hasn't to keep going. Father Time is just an amazing song that deals with his struggles with his dad. It's an incredibly pivotal moment on the Mr. Morale record, and I love it so much. Father Time is a fantastic track. Number 3, The Heart Part 5, also by Kendrick Lamar. A pre-single to this album that didn't get included on the album that should have. I mean, it got added later, but he should have added it on the first release of this album. Amazing beat with a Marvin Gaye sample, just with this very groovy, kind of funky sound. And the way Kendrick raps about the song, I know Anthony already said this in his best songs of the year, but it truly is what drives Kendrick artistically. His rapping about, you know, how he sees his life and how he sees the impact and how he sees the culture and the way things are moving. This song covers so much ground so quickly, but it is so good. And I love this beat. It is such a amazing layered instrumental. And the way, you know, it starts out with Kendrick just rapping, and the way the hook kicks in, just I never get enough of it. The Heart Part 5 just brings everything I love about Kendrick to the table. To say this is the best Heart song is not fair at all. This is one of the best songs Kendrick Lamar has ever fucking made. The Heart Part 5 is amazing. It is a top 3 song of 2022. I love everything this song brought to the table. And the last verse, where he raps from the perspective of Nipsey Hussle, giving him almost this homage, is beautiful, amazing, and it proves that really, regardless of what you think on Mr. Morale, this is seriously some of the best rapping we've seen in a long fucking time. Number 2, like I said, repetitive. Number 2 and number 1 were tough. I ended up deciding, though, to go with a bit more of a personal take for me, not as much of an objective take, so that's why this is the way it is. My second favorite song of the year, probably objectively the best song of the year, but my second favorite song of this year, Mother I Sober by Kendrick, once again. My favorite song off of Mr. Morale, Mother I Sober, is the climax to this album, the moment on this album where Kendrick, very heartbreakingly on this song, just raps at a very monotone, broken kind of sound over this very beautiful piano beat. To add to that, I think Beth Gibbons is the chorus. Oh, it's so heartbreaking with the I Wish I Was Somebody vocals. It's so amazing. And then to add to that, Kendrick rapping about his struggles with trauma and guilt and how he feels like even though he told himself he was sober, his dive into sexual kind of relations as his way out was the problem the whole time. Kendrick, it's a beautiful song. The violins that kick in at the very end of the song just hit me to the motherfucking core. And the way the song climaxes at the end, where he talks about and he kind of forgives everybody and he tries to relieve the weight as much as he can off of the world of generational trauma and how all these issues continue connecting back. It hits me so deep whenever I hear it. Mother I Sober is just a beautiful experience of the song. It is one of the most well-written storytelling tracks I think I've ever heard. One of the not I would call this one of the best songs Kendrick's ever made, but that is an understatement. I think this is one of the best hip hop songs ever released, especially in this day and age. It's a beautiful, impactful, relevant song that I think really anybody can get something out of, and it proves that regardless of what you think, Kendrick, he's quite the motherfucking legend. But as we cross that hour mark, it is time to talk about my song of the year. Mother I Sober was fucking close. It was fucking close. My song of the year came up very early this year. It was a song that I deemed the song of the year when it came out, and really nothing beat it the entire year. Actually, it would have been my first song of the year, and yeah, nothing came in to compete with it. It remained the best song of the year the entire time. He didn't get album of the year, but he does get song of the year, because my favorite song of 2022, the song that defined my year, honestly, just constantly listening to the song, an amazing experience. Ladies and gentlemen, the song of the year is Less Than Zero by The Weeknd. This was my favorite song of the year. It has to be. I love this song for everything it is, from the 80s sounds to the beautiful songwriting to the vocals to the catchiness to how fun and exciting it is. The Weeknd's at his peak on Less Than Zero. It's peak Weeknd here. The instrumental, the kind of 80s sound of this album feels like the conclusion to an 80s movie, which gives it this kind of otherworldliness and funness, but also gives it this very emotional charge to it too. And The Weeknd singing about kind of how he feels like regardless of what he does, he is always never enough for this girl, and how he feels like no matter what he's done, he tried his best, but it's not worth it. This beat, the way it comes in with this hook with him singing these lyrics, I can't get it out of my head. It is just beautiful. It is an explosion. It is amazing. The Weeknd's vocals are at peak. It's catchy. It's fun. It's otherworldly. It makes you feel nostalgic. It makes you feel happy. There was just no other song that emotionally captured me the way Less Than Zero did the rest of the year. It's fun. It's exciting. And like I said, though Dawn FM didn't make my album of the year, but this song had to be my song of the year. It just had to be. There was no other song this year that just I got this much out of. A beautiful, impactful, amazing song that makes you remember good times and remember everything. I just love Less Than Zero, honestly. And it proves that with that 80s sound, he continues to find new routes and new experimentations to create these wonderful fucking songs. And yeah, Less Than Zero. Yeah, this is my favorite song of 2022. And I will say this, when talking about this list, a fucking hour long, my God. When talking about how this whole list ended up coming together for me, part of the reason I did go with Less Than Zero was I regret something last year. I regret not giving Leave the Door Open my song of the year, for the simple fact that I listened to that song constantly the entirety of 2021, and it ended up just being the song that I left a huge impression on me, and I just loved it. I just feel like that would have been a better song of the year pick, but I gave it to Kanye instead. And this year I decided, you know what, I'm going to go with the song that not only I think is a contender for best song of the year, but the song that just defined my year in replay value and enjoyability. And the funny thing is yeah, this was on my first video of the year, and it was the first song I called song of the year. And yeah, nothing beat Less Than Zero the entire year. I love this song, and it was amazing. But yeah, what do you guys think on my list? Let me in the comment section below. I don't know how the fuck you made it to the end, but congratulations. See you guys next time. Peace out. We got the worst albums of the year coming up next. See you guys next time. Bye.